Apologies for the noise. Hello everyone, and welcome to me fiddling with cords that are tied together, and also remembering that I muted this game in my volume mixer, so let me just fix that real quick. I know you might be saying, but why? Why would you ever mute such a lovely game? And I have a very simple reason for that. I direct your attention to the playtime between the two save files. Do you know what I did for 2.5 hours, roughly speaking? I can give you a hint. It involves the location that we're in this file. If you guessed fish, you're wrong. If you guessed try to find as many sea turtle eggs as possible, you are also wrong. If you're wondering what I'm actually going to say, the obvious answer as to what I was doing, then you'll be disappointed to know that it's a really good idea to check the back area here for the post office if you're farming this area for items, because an item will spawn back here, and more often than not it's a useful item. Would have been great if that had been there at the time, but yeah, sometimes pearls respawn back over there. So, and by pearls I mean black pearls, which is what I was farming for 2.5 hours last night. So I had the stream muted and was just like watching Yellow Sword play a really cool ROM hack of Super Mario Brothers called like Peanuts, Monkeys, and something else or another. Something like that. I don't remember the name of it. I could probably find it if I searched, or if you check his VODs, you'd see it. But either way, we're gonna check to see if there's any black pearls here, and then we'll be on our merry way to continue the rest of the plot. Gonna go to the junk heap today. Today is the day, King Midgar. So hopefully, well, it's the day we're getting Route C's ending, not Route D. Route D is gonna be the real, like, blow it all away type deal where we just delete our save data, which would be glorious. But before I do that, we gotta collect all the items and give all the items to Gideon and watch him laugh as he like does whatever he does to the items, to the weapons, to make them stronger. I still haven't really figured it out yet, honestly. I mean, do you think his robot hand actually helps him to do the things that he needs to do? Like, I suppose if you had a robot hand, you could hold it for like, oh, keep running. You could hold things really steady, I suppose, possibly. So that could be in there, or like use it as like a vice grip or something like that. Also, if the game feels like its brightness is different, it's because it is. I put it all the way down while I was farming. It's just super cloudy because that beach is bright as all hell. So, but yeah, it wasn't completely fruitless, those 3 hours of farming for black pearls. I am happy to report that our farming is not done yet, but it's closer. I have 10. 2/3 of the way there. So honestly, it was really nice actually. Of those 3 black pearls, like I think I got all 3 of them the first like 45 minutes of farming, and then the rest of the time I got nothing but sea turtle eggs. So the game is just as grindy as ever for this type of thing, but you know, it's okay. Whenever you like get down to the very last few items that you need, it always feels even longer than usual. Got some D&D Lancer and stuff. I guess back to being on a boat. That's cool. Is this Is he one of the people you like usually play with when you do D&D stuff? Copper. I mean, that's fine. Poke. Cool. I have a few friends who play D&D. Not a, well, actually, you know what? I think a lot of my friends back home play D&D, actually. Not a lot of friends in the area where I live now. I just ride the boar into town. It's good. Used to be the forever DM. So no one else wanted to do it, I assume? What the hell is on my... Okay. I'm not gonna question whatever the hell that is. Some random stain of some kind. Oh, you know what it probably is? It's I've been eating like yogurt covered pretzels recently. Because they're good and I can pretend that they're sort of healthy. Major pretending there. But they're like 140, 160, 150 calories for like 9 pieces. So, you know, they're a good snack. And yeah, I've been enjoying those recently. They're good. The other day when I went down, when I bought them from the little corner store that's near my place, I was surprised to see my friend behind the counter there. One of my friends got a job there, which is surprising because he's a rather intelligent individual. Not that intelligent individuals cannot work at deli counters and corner shops. You know, whatever pays the bills, right? But last I knew, he was working for like some software company or something. Or some engineering firm. I don't know. He was doing contract work and had like a 2-year contract with these people. And it's only been like a year. So I hung out with him yesterday. And we got well, I got Chinese food and I shared it with him because I told him, I was like, hey, let's meet up for dinner and hang out. It's nice out. We'll go like, we'll walk by the river, do all that stuff. I think I showed a picture yesterday. I still have the picture, but I've moved it, so it's not like in OBS, ready to go. Check to see if you received a letter. Boink. I like that it's just Robot Mountain in Japanese. But I hung out with him and caught up. And, you know, I asked him the obvious elephant in the room, like, dude, why are you working at, like, a semi-minimum wage job when you have, like, 2 bachelor degrees and a bunch of other shit going on? And last I knew you were, like, gonna start your own company and all this other stuff. And turns out he invested a lot of his money, I guess, into various experiments and things for said company that he's, like, you know, doing. And he doesn't like have any savings, but he has student loans, so he needs to get $600 a month or so, or otherwise he's not able to pay those bills. So thus he works behind the counter at the place that I often get my sandwiches. So it was just a weird thing that have happened to me one day. That said, it was a nice catalyst to catch up with him because I hadn't seen him since the last time we hung out together, which was like around his birthday, I think, maybe. Which might have been February? I don't remember. But it was a lot earlier this year, basically. It's the main thing. Boing. But anyway, I don't know if he's played D&D. But anyway, the friends around here don't really get into that. While pretty much all my friends back home have various campaigns going, what feels like constantly, or like they drop in and out of it. Not a lot of them DM, I think. One of them definitely does. I mean, he goes all out with things. But, and then I think the last time that I played D&D was just filling in for someone. Or like, no, my friend made me like a temporary character because I had like an hour and a half before taking a flight out of Chicago when I went to the Nier concert. And so I hung out with him and his friends, and they had a D&D game that afternoon. So I went with him there. We played like D&D for like the hour and a half, ate food, hung out, etc. And then I hopped on a flight and came back home. Hi, Gideon.
いらっしゃい。武器仕上がっていますよ。ああ、ありがとう。その武器なら。なんだ。お二人にお願いがあります。お願い？兄さんの仇を撃ってください。ずいぶん物騒なことを思いついたな。思いつきなんかじゃない。俺が武器を作ってきたの。
Also, is the game loud enough, by the way? Because I can't remember which VOD it was, but I like peeked back at a different VOD and it like seemed really quiet.
あいつらを殺せる道具を作りたくてやってきたんです。金儲けのためなんかじゃない。あいつら？そうです。魔物と一緒にいる大きなロボットです。魔物とロボットが手を組んでおるだと？魔物がいるのか？はい。心は決まったか？ああ、やってやる。
Always with the death.
あのロボットを殺してください。
Yeah, see, he's not nearly as like insane seeming in the Japanese audio.
ところで、本日はどんなご用ですか?
He's mad about his brother. All right, so we're gonna upgrade the Phoenix Spear because why the hell would we not? Let me just open my shopping list real quick. Let's see. So we are reducing the needs from gold ore. So from 7 to 4. Black pearls from 15 to 10. And moldavite from 5 to 4 is what our shopping list is. Thank you. And then, of course, we need broken wristwatches. Why wouldn't we need crystals? Could also upgrade the Phoenix Sword or the dagger. I don't really know which one I would want to do, to be honest. But I would like to do the pipe. Let's see here. So let me just adjust my shopping list again. So dented metal bat. I need 7 of them total, but now I will only need 1. Broken arm, 20 of those. And that's all of them. We no longer need any broken arms once we do this upgrade. And 5 rusted clumps. So we needed 7, now we only need 2. Ta-da! Upgraded pipe. Really, everything else is just Phoenix. A lot of wristwatch related things. Damascus crystals, necklaces, subject bracelets. Yeah, some probably be able to maybe get this after the run through. Okay, I'm gonna spend the other black pearls on the dagger. So from 21 needed silver ores to 15, from 10 black pearls to 5, and from 3 amber to 1. Save my guy. There we go. All right, getting closer. It's mostly annoying things now, like this steel. Oh, we'll be able to do the labyrinth shout. The wristwatches, the necklaces, all these are from like mid-sized enemies, I think. Memory alloy, we'll get in there. So, and then before I go in here, sell off a few things, and also, yeah, see, I have 6 sea turtle eggs. These are also semi-rare and spawn where the black pearls do. So having 6 of them seems like a lot. We don't need any of these, actually. Old school books. None required. Used coloring books. Pretty sure we don't. Although, I don't know about the DOC weapons. They're not in my shopping list, so we'll save some stuff. I just want to make sure that you know, we collect lots of things. Broken motor is not something I need. Oh yeah, look how many antennas we have, jeez. I guess I didn't like sell things off last time I did a run through the junk heap. That's really the only explanation. Like, holy shit, dented metal board. Okay, that's good. Okay. Alright, Gideon. See ya. Alright, anyway, now that I'm not distracted. I want to make a flying bill, but it didn't work out. Could see the bunch of flight is all about high explosives. I mean, you're not entirely wrong. I mean, rocket scientist is basically just like the art of controlling explosives, right? And using them to get yourself up into the air. All right, here we go. $266, I think. 570, 346. Yeah, Virtual's contract is still better. Weird. Just seems like an easy mode weapon. So as per usual, we'll do a full run throughout. Also, the outfits that we have on right now are the standard for our happy little protagonist. And then Emil is wearing his... Well, I thought I put him in his Kabuki outfit, but I think he's in his samurai one. Oh wait, no, that's... Is that the Kabuki? I can't... I thought the Kabuki one was pink. No, it's more colorful. So they're both in their samurai outfits. But I like Kaine's samurai outfit. I think it looks nice. Oh, right, we're murdering things. Poke. All right, we don't need to go up there. Also, I should probably take Phantasm out. Although Lance would work too, but I feel like I haven't been varying the magics that we use and such as much as of late. I think it's Route C is where I think the game slows down a little bit as far as like attention span keeping. Because while you do get the occasional like little drip of information from the Popola Devila side, it's not in everything, sadly. Machine oils, that's good. So you don't get as much new information as you go through it. Though the Louise fight, we did get an entirely new boss fight ending, so that was cool, and like an extra cutscene at the end. So that was totally worth it and neat. But that was last week. But I mean, I'm also the one who spaces the stuff out, kind of, you know. So the only person to blame is me. Okay, good through that. Because we're now doing our third run through Route C, as you were, of Subnautica Below Zero, except that Subnautica Below Zero is not nearly as interesting story-wise as Nier is. Still fun, still a good game. Definitely best for chilling, I feel. Bonk. But the only reason that it's the third playthrough there is because I had the I bought it while I was in early access, and I played through like 2 different versions of the game besides this official release. So, and I could have, like, there wasn't anything wrong with the save file. I could have started my the other save file that I had going in the previous version because it is compatible, and I could have just gone right for the ending, but didn't quite. It just didn't feel like we've just been doing like a more streamlined approach. So, all right, let's see here. Yeah, like I said, it's a good chill stream. So, and also it's just, I definitely feel like they did some like texture upgrades, changes to like some of those things, maybe some of the lighting. They definitely did a lot of polish, I think, in the last part of their development, because the game looks really good, and it looked fine before, but I don't know if it's just because I hadn't played it in a while or what, but it definitely feels like it's more polished now in the official release of it, because there's some really, really nice sights and sounds in there. Though I think I still stand by whatever I wrote in a Steam review, because I think I wrote a Steam review down for it. But basically the summary is that the game is fun, the water portions are good, I liked the alien character, but I hate the land segments. Do not like the land segments at all. It's like completely antithetical for like what Subnautica is. Like the first game had 2 small land segments in it, because there were 2 islands that you could go to, and like you discovered more bits of lore and things like that from it, or you went into the alien base, but like it wasn't a huge part, and it wasn't like this massive thing where you got lost and then like just got frustrated with it. So it's like a little less frustrating now, because I've been through it a few times and kind of know what I'm doing, so I can minimize the time spent on land. But still, of the 3 hours in the stream last night, it was like 2.5 hours, maybe 2 hours, maybe not a full 2.5 hours, but there's a lot of land in that ocean game, so not the ideal. We good? You got that one, Emil? I like that there's pretty much 0 point in upgrading your weapons after a certain point. Like level 2, or not even. Like if your character just has high levels, then it doesn't really matter. I mean, I ran around using Iron Will earlier this week, which was, I guess it was level 2. But like, it does not do nearly as much damage as my other weapons, but it still worked fine. Things took a little bit longer to kill, like an additional 2 hits maybe. But there's definitely like some heavy scaling with your character's level as far as damage output goes, I think. It's fine though. Like if I really wanted to, if I wanted more of a challenge or wanted enemies to like live longer, I'd just turn on hard mode so they get a bunch of HP. But it's a fairly lazy hard mode overall, so I don't really see the point in it, to be completely honest. Because there's no achievement, or at least if they've kept the same achievements as the original game had, there's no achievement for beating the game on hard mode, just like your own satisfaction. And I imagine that's probably why like there's not really a lot going on with it. It's probably really just meant for like when you get up to these levels that like I'm at now, character-wise. Enemies die too quickly, so maybe if you want it to be a bit more of a fight so you can watch the animations be pretty and do their thing, you crank up the difficulty and just give them more health. Also, there's I don't know if it's ever been like confirmed with anyone like decompiling the game code or anything like that, but generally people say and swear by the drop rates for rare items go up when you play on hard mode. And I don't really remember if I tested that or not in my original playthrough. It is the general collective wisdom. Oh, hello. Hello, BP. Would you like to meet my Phoenix Spear? It pokes. Alright, let's hope for memory alloy. Yes! Alright, that's another upgrade. So that's handy. How many? I need 5 of those, and I now have 2, I believe. So we're gonna be spending more time in this junk heap. Whether that happens tonight, I don't know. Probably not. Generally I try not to start in on like the route after the one I just beat in the same day, but maybe I will today, depending on what the time is like, because it is helpful. Oh damn it, the door closed. Okay, doors stay open this time, please. Where's my bomb? Oh god. Emil, Hodor, please. Yes, that's what I wanted you to do, Nier. I wanted you to lower the bomb onto the ground slowly. There we go, the door actually stayed open this time. Anywho, but yeah, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. We could do the fight against the Colossus head, I guess. It doesn't have a name, right? Like, it's just the Colossus that you fought at the end of or the beginning of the time skip. And it's just his head that's kind of like left over. Like a yerk. Like a yerk controlling the body. There's a reference. I wonder, do you think people still read Animorphs? Like that was a really popular, I guess, light novels. Really popular series when I was growing up. My sister collected all of them. I remember reading like the Hork-Bajir Chronicles and the Andalite Chronicles, and what was the other one? The dudes who basically act as like God almost. I feel like their names begin with an E, but I don't really remember. Entomists, or I don't remember what it was, but the Chronicles books were always really interesting, I thought, in the Animorphs. More interesting than the main series, I think. Often, I think some of that was because you had new characters and more. Not that the series didn't have its maturity, but I feel like the Chronicle books, since they got further away from the humans and dealt with other issues like the war at large across the galaxy and everything else between the Yerks and everyone else, that they dealt with more mature subject matter than necessarily like the high school kids that were trying to save their planet. Though by the end of that series, there's some hefty stuff there. Like, I mean, basically the entire human race being enslaved to some degree. And I remember people were really upset at at some of the events in the end of the series. I don't want to spoil it. Like, these are like 20-year-old books at this point, I feel. So, you know, when was the last one put out? Animorphs series. K.A. Applegate. Oh, yeah. Is it release date? Let's see. Published June 1996 to May 2001 for the original run. And then they reissued it May 2011 to September 2012. That's cool. There's also apparently an audiobook. I remember the like in 3rd grade, I think. Yeah, I think I was in 3rd grade when the TV show they made was released. Hold on, I want to Elfangor? No, that's Elimist? Is that the name of these dudes? Yeah, Elimists, I guess. The Elimist Chronicles. Yep. All powerful, crazy thingies. But yeah, those were some good books. If you're ever looking for like an easy to pick up series of like short novels, I'd happily recommend those. I haven't read them in forever, but they were good when I read them when I was a wee lad. But yeah, so 2001 was when the series ended with like 50 books, 52 books, something like that. I didn't quite look at that when I looked at the thing. The Animorph books by K.A. Applegate. So I guess I don't think I really need to worry too much about spoiling any bits of the ending to some degree. Basically, like one of the main characters dies is all that happens. And for a book that was like primarily read by like kids and young teens, that was a surprising thing to a lot of people, I think. Like maybe not to people who actually were reading books. I don't want to say real books, but like books intended for adults. Like it wasn't that unusual for like a main character or cast member to die and something like that. But I think that was like one of the first series I read where that happened. It's kind of like playing like Fire Emblem or those types of games with permadeath in them. Just unexpected. And especially considering like the context of how everything went at the end there in the books. It was a shocker to a lot of people that character died. So still really good though. Good series of books. Really easy to read as well. Like they're pretty small, like maybe like a finger's thick. So you can read through like one of them in like an hour or less. So basically if you took a weekend, you could probably end up reading all of them if you tried. All the main series anyway. The Chronicles books were a bit thicker, but those, I think those are also more of my favorites. It was just cool. I mean, like the whole premise of the series, I realize I haven't really explained it at all, just kind of been chattering about it for nothing. Memory alloy? No, titanium. Is that there's like a bunch of teenagers, they meet an alien, he asks for their help, gives them the ability to transform into animals, and then they have to save their planet from invasive like parasitic alien race that takes people's brains over, basically. So it was a good series though. And I remember like Tobias was my favorite character. Hold on, did I just go backwards or not? Oh, the Game Boy Advance game? I think it was Game Boy Advance. Might have just been regular Game Boy, but I think it was Game Boy Advance. That was a hard game. Whoops. Wrong direction. Yeah, I never beat that game. I remember like not understanding it and just like banging my head against it, then going off and be like, you know what? Fuck this game. I'm gonna go play Oracle of Ages instead. But it was fun though. Not the game. I mean reading the books. And like I liked the world that was created. I mean it was our world, but like the aliens and like the trouble they all got up to, and like the interesting thing about the morphine was that they could only stay morphed for, was it 2 hours? It was a small amount, and if they didn't unmorph, then they became stuck in that body forever, which happened to one of the characters at one point. And then the Elementus intervened a little bit to assist, not to turn him back into a human, but to just give him his morphine abilities back so that he could transform back into a human if he wanted to. The other trick being that if you got stuck in a morph, you lost your morphine powers. So, but no, it was an interesting little world. I remember thinking the Andalite who ended up becoming a Hork-Bajir in the Hork-Bajir Chronicles, I thought she was cute. I mean, they're just like purple centaurs with scorpion tails. But I remember when I read the book, I was like, oh, she's nice. She's a nice lady. But neat though, and like the different perspectives that you got from the Chronicles book specifically was good. Also, if I remember right, I don't remember if the entire books were from one character's perspective each time, or if they jumped around a bit. I want to say they jumped around a bit, kind of like Game of Thrones does. Though obviously this was before Game of Thrones, so. And it's not like it's a particularly novel concept to have different perspectives in a story, but it was good though. Tobias was my favorite character. I had the same haircut as him in 3rd grade, so, and it was mainly because he could turn into a bird. I just thought that was like the coolest shit. I was like, man, if I could morph, I'd totally turn into a hawk too. I remember being excited about that when I saw it. But no, those are some enjoyable books. I used to read a lot more than I do now. Not that I don't read, but I used to read more. Now I only read when I go on like plane rides. Well, besides comics, I mean, I keep up to date with like my my serials for the most part. Though I think there's a new, I think there's a new chapter of Way of the House Husband that I haven't read yet. So I need to catch up on that. But the last like book I read. Oh, the last book I read was Yorha Boys, actually, which is a Nier novel, or light novel rather, about the all male experimental squad that Yorha had, which had a cool prologue in it. Like the book itself was good too, don't get me wrong, but the prologue especially stood out because it had the beginnings of the Yorha project, and it kind of also established that the models that later became like 9S and whatnot are basically always going to go off the deep end. So that's what you get for being curious. But I did enjoy it though, because there was also the there weren't just like the boyish 9S models, but also adult versions, like adult male bodies that they have, which I thought was cool, because I would have preferred that over 9S's scrawny little ass. I really don't care for 9S. When I played through Automata, he was a character who kind of annoyed me a good deal, so I liked A1 sauce. 2B's good too, but I do like the hacking minigame though. Hacking minigame was a lot of fun. Mainly because it was just like a small dose of low effort Toho. But looking at the illustrations and whatnot in the light novel, he's definitely modeled like pretty well after this lad, so, which is probably intentional, honestly. You've only seen 9S and loot art. I mean, if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. But I mean, if you're gonna stay within character, or within universe, I should say, not in character. Say in character, if you're gonna make like SFM stuff, then it's gonna end up being him because there's no other males besides Emil, I suppose. But Emil's and robots. So if you're gonna have something in world looting, 2B, Popola, any of them, it's gonna be a robot or 9S. So a robot. It's gonna be a robot, one way or the other. But no, he was fine. I didn't like where his character arc went, I guess. Like the insanity and obsession and everything else. Like, I think the main catalyst for my dislike of him was the way that he treated, like how he processed the death of 2B and how he never gave the other unit. Is it A2 or A1? It's A1, right? How he never gave Steak Sauce the like benefit of a doubt to just explain what the fuck happened. He just saw that she had the sword of 2B and then immediately tried to kill her because he's insane. So someone's screaming weird outside. Should you check that out? I had to deal with that yesterday actually. When I went for that walk with my friend, we were walking through the forest and there's a river nearby. And there were two people playing in the river and just screaming their lungs out for no reason. Like at first I thought there was something wrong, but no, they're just like yelling. At first I thought they were doing like bird calls or something. I still don't really know what they were trying to do besides just be loud. But yeah, they were just screaming their brains out. Like, it sounded like the girl was trying to do bird calls. But the guy was just yelling. So, I don't know. I just ignored them and moved on. Like, after I confirmed that they weren't, like, drowning, I just kept walking. Hey, BP, what's up? There's supposed to be subtitles here? Subtitles are on. Okay, yeah. Alright. Whatever. Your mom was trying to blame it. There's your computer. I mean, there's a lot of screaming on Twitch. Let's not lie about that, you know? There we go. I got both sides of the conversation for Kaine to enjoy. Could have totally left this shade alone though, just saying. Him and BB could have gone off and explored the world together. That plot armor though, holding on. I like that it like refuses to let you not experience this part. I actually rewatched some of Gundam Wing in recent memory. Not like in the past month, but I think like 2 or 3 months ago I was watching some of it. Or rewatching some of it, I should say. Because I'd never had the original. Heard the original Japanese because I just grew up on the Toonami version. So, it's a good show. G Gundam is generally regarded as being like the best, I think, of that era. But Gundam Wing was really good and got a lot of people into it. So I haven't seen any of Iron Blooded Orphans, I think. Gundam Thunderbolt, though, that is a good OVA. If you like jazz, you should watch Gundam Thunderbolt. It's 3 episodes, I think. Yeah, it's 3 OVAs, each like 40 minutes or something. Are they that long? I had to look. It was good though. It's a Xeon side story. Okay, now he seems more insane. When he was just hanging out of the shop, he didn't seem that crazy. Like, there was no rip it up or any of those things that you get in the English version. Wait. You're talking about, oh, what is the name of that movie? It's like Baymax or whatever is the name of the robot. Alright. Oh. Oh, right. We have to go in and out to respawn him. because we got a piece of memory alloy, which means that there's an upgrade that we can do. Indeed. Thank you. So we're gonna exit, go back in Big Hero 6, right. I think I watched that on a plane. I'm trying to remember where I was going though. It was either Chicago or Japan, one or the other. Probably Japan. Yeah, it's the other way around. Just a bunch of pals hanging out on a cliff top. Okay, so I just want to know how much further can we get our upgrades now that we've done a run through the junk heap? We can get Iron Will up 1. And that is it. Very nice. Alright, so let's see here. So memory alloy. I now need 3 rusted clump. This is the last one that requires rusted clumps. And dented metal bats. This is also the last one. So our shopping list is getting smaller, thankfully. But yeah, the last memory alloy. Surprisingly enough, I have plenty of elaborate machines. I only actually need these 2 for this one, and that's it. So more than enough. Bracelet, piercing, necklace, wristwatch. Surprisingly, didn't get any fluorite while doing that run through the junk heap. Yeah, so it's all like mid-sized shades. So the Lost Shrine would be a great place to get some of those. And luckily for us, we're going there next. Or rather, we got to talk to Popola first, I think. But besides that. Trying to think what might be there. Oh, come on. Oh, too low. Oh, not too low. Turns out we can make it back there. Well, that's handy to know. I don't know if it actually saves time, but kind of cool. So let's see here. Talk to Popola. We'll get the airy bit. We don't need anything from the airy anymore. We don't need any eagle eggs. So that's that. I want to say that the necklaces we get from... Oh, cutscene. New cutscene for Route C or no?
どうした？
これでようやくヨナを助けに行ける。
ああ、そうだな。どうした？
Oh wait, never mind.
何をしみ
We've seen this.
しておる？
シロ、相談があるんだ。カイネとエミールのことだ。魔王との戦いは今よりもっと過酷になる。ヨナのためとはいえ、カイネとエミールを巻き込んでもいいのか。
今さら何を言うておる？
おい、何ふざけたことを言っているんだ。
聞いていたのか？
カイネ、エミール、俺は。
私たちを置いていくなんてふざける以外の何だって言うんだ。
そうですよ。こんな僕を受け入れてくれて、何があっても一緒だって言ってもらえた。今度は僕たちがお返しする番です。
恩返しとか仲間とか、そういう恥ずかしいことをいちいち説明させるな。
だけど。
あ、でもただでやるなんて言ってませんよ。ヨナさんを助けた後は僕たちのことを手伝ってもらいます。カイネさんの魔物付きのこととか、僕の姿を元に戻すとか、それを直す方法を探す旅に出るんです。世界中のグルメも楽しんじゃいましょう。
無駄に食ってやるからな。金の準備をしておけよ。
みんなありがとう。ヨナを必ず助け出す。
Friendship. Yay! Really though. They're pals.
それにしてもこうも都合よく鍵が集まるとはな。まるで誰かに集めさせられているような。
シロは考えすぎだ。
しかし
罠だとしてもそこにヨナがいるのなら俺は行く。
そうか。
Oh, I didn't see that. Don't feel like we've gotten a giant egg there before. That's nice. I think here. Cool. So, before we go to the shrine, I want to go fishing.
Yeah.
Won't fish for too long. We'll set a limit on it. Like, I don't know, like 5 minutes or something of fishing. But there's still one fish I haven't caught yet. And I bought some sardines, so. That's just gonna give me a lot of junk. Land that rusty bucket. Or rusty spoons. So now that like Flash is officially dead, where does like where's Salad Fingers? Did someone convert it into a YouTube video and put it onto onto YouTube? Because I remember like Salad Fingers, Foamy the Squirrel. There are a lot of animations that existed on like Newgrounds and places where there was really only Flash. Someone must have converted it. There must have been like people like clamoring for it, I bet. Here we go. Alright. This might be it, it might not be it. It's got a big health bar, so it feels promising. Jesus. Come here, buddy. A little rusty with the fishing, but not too rusty. I haven't lost it yet, but this thing has a lot of health. I'm just hoping for the fish that I don't have yet. I don't actually know its name because I don't remember what it's called. Nearly lost it there, I think, because the music started going away. Jeez, so much vibration. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. Almost there. Almost there. Oh, damn, it's just a hiding area. Oh no, it's a rhizodont. That's what I wanted. Achievement unlocked around by the pond. You caught one of every type of fish. So there we go, that was the last fish that the fish I hadn't gotten yet. Whew, cool. It's a very fat fish. 3,600 pounds. Achievement unlocked, Fish of Legend. Cool.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? No, we'll walk because we might spawn a sorcerer dude who could possibly give us a necklace. Anyway, News Guns has a Flash player. Oh, okay, so it's a standalone Flash player. That makes sense. It just sucks a little bit that the like Flash was a really good, like, security issues aside, Flash was really good for a lot of things, like making simple games, making animations, like getting a lot of people into those types of things. I think I feel like Flash had a good hand in that, like getting people into animation and like making things. It was really easy and it had like a lot of good tools for it. I remember spending a lot of time playing like the Armor games, or like what was the game where you were God? Not Black vs. White. It was a Flash game where you were like a fist and like Pillage the Village, I think was the name of it. Those are fun. Fun, simple games. I remember going down a trip down memory lane when Vinesauce streamed a bunch of Flash games, and it was surprising how many of them like I recognized. I remember Sunny was a really good one. Sunny the Zombie, good RPG. Two shinies up here today, not just one. Bum, 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 bum. What are you doing down here? Not even supposed to be here today. Okay, now we'll save because we have that fish. And then for realsies is off to talk to Popola. Do, 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 do. No, so some people recommend like making a save and then just reloading the game. Wow, another giant egg to get the to get ending D. But I think that's dumb. You should play through it again. It's not like it takes long. I feel like those people only really want like achievements. So I do wonder if you have to get C then D in order to get ending E, or just D.
なんだこの部屋は。
さあ、ポポルさんの趣味の部屋じゃないのか?
Her hobby room.
こりゃ、ナンパ船にいた。石の神殿にいた魔物だな。なぜこんな場所にあるんだ?
さあな。なぜ倒した魔物たちの人形がこんなところに並んでいるのだろうか。
I wonder if they ever actually give a like lore explanation for why she does that, or it just has to do with like Accord's time traveling skills.
行くのか? 村は噂で持ちきりよ。あなたがヨナちゃんを取り戻しに行くって。本当に行ってしまうのね。
必ずヨナを連れて戻ってきます。何?
なんでもない。ポポルは心配性だからな。じゃあ気をつけて。くれぐれも気をつけてね。
ありがとう。
気をつけてな。本当に気をつけて。
So Davala dies first in this one. In Automata, which of the android twins dies first? Is it the opposite? Again, another reason to like replay Automata, I suppose. Away we go. So I'd probably
これでようやく魔王の城へ入れるな。そうね。でもまだ気は抜けないわ。彼に魔王を殺されたら計画そのものが破綻してしまう。魔王と対峙される前に私たちの力で抑えなければ。なあ、ポプル。あいつは私たちの話を聞くと思うか？どうかしら。最近あいつと過ごした毎日を思い出すことが多くて。デボル、分かってるんだ。それが許されないってことくらい。でもお前も同じなんだろ。それはだとしても選択の余地はないわ。私たち双子はそのために作られたのだから。不思議だよ。こんなことで悩むなんて。魂なんてないはずなのにな。
もういいのか？
必ず戻ってきましょうね。
plant that death flag harder, Emil.
行こう。
So yeah, I think I want to say that like the Lost Shrine is probably one of the best farming areas for us right now, as far as like what we need on the shopping list, because we need. Oh, nice. We need piercings. We need necklaces. We need bracelets. Broken wristwatches. So, and those kind of things are in this area. Where is... There he is. Like, these guys are the ones who have the necklaces, but also they're kind of in an area where it's impossible to actually collect what they drop. So, sort of blows dick. Herbs, okay. Boing. Good, good. But the ones outside don't really spawn anything anyway, so I feel like you just end up having to go to the desert anyway. It's either that or like the Shadowlord's castle, but it's not like once you're in the castle, you're not really going home after the day below fight. So, and it's after that fight that you get all the enemies to kill. So, it's a troublesome thing. But there are lots of enemies in here, mid-sized enemies, I mean. So there's a good chance of collecting those things. Again, could be the place to turn the hard mode on, and assuming that the drop rates do in fact increase, that would work for that. But also, until we're actually like running up against the end of Ending D, there's no particular rush for me to like spend hours upon hours farming on stream, at least. Aw, it despawned. I'm just gonna heal myself and pick it up. Okay. I can't remember if any enemies get triggered to spawn right there. But I guess it's all just from this. There's a twisted ring though. So that's handy, I think. Do I need those? No, I don't. Actually, never mind. Not as handy. Hardmore goes 50% more drops. So yeah, maybe during Route D we'll flip hard mode on, just to try to help it out. But we are like fairly close to getting all the upgrades. I mean, like, when it comes down to it, most of the things we need are like in the low numbers. Like, besides the ores, besides gold, silver, copper, and iron ore, everything else, the most we need of something is 5. 5 wristwatches, 5 knives, and 5 black pearls. And then other things, 4 necklaces, 2 earrings, 1 metal piercing. Don't need any simple machines, so that's that. We already have enough of the other things. Love the music in the Lost Shrine though. I do like, I don't remember the original game. I don't think the original game had this remix of Snow in the Summer as the like climbing music. It just had the regular Lost Shrine theme. I think. I could be wrong. I almost feel like it might have changed the music, but if it did, it wasn't this. But I could be wrong. It's been a while, so. It's very orchestral though. Not a bad thing, it's just, it's very orchestral, this bit. Like it's fitting, but at the same time it feels almost too dramatic for me, just because of how easily we kill the enemies. Like if it was more, it fit a little bit better during Route A, because it actually took effort to get up here, as opposed to just slicing and dicing everything. Bum, bum. Skyrim became as old as Morrowind was when Skyrim was released. Another twisted ring. We're just gonna measure. We don't actually need to count like our ages and years anymore. We can just measure them in Skyrim releases. Like, ah, yes, I was born in the year of the 20th Skyrim release. Because there are so many damn releases of that game. Though I don't think it's beaten Tetris yet. I think as far as like most number of like re-releases or like that kind of thing, Tetris I think still wins. I think there's a list on like Wikipedia that lists off like games with the most re-releases or whatever. And it's mainly because of like Game Boy ports and ports to like all those other systems and individual phone types like BlackBerry, iPhone, Android, like those count as different things. And Tetris is on all of them, so. I don't think there's a reason for us to do this. Besides enemies, if there are any to fight. Okay, there were no enemies. So never mind, worthless. I'm surprised that Bubble Bobble would be on that list. I only know the NES version of that game. Bling. Asuka's bathtub. You know what game I was reminded of? Was it earlier? No, it was yesterday, I think. I was watching more Game Center CX, as I do. And they advertise, you know, like the retro games, and Highlight was shown briefly, and I haven't thought about that game in a very long time, but just listening to the music like instantly makes me like frustrated, because I played so much that game as a kid and could never get anywhere in it because it never made any sense, and it was an NES game with like zero explanation. I don't even think I had the manual, but it was so hard for my young babby brain to figure out. And I think I got like to like one of the first fights in the game at some point, and then just died miserably. I don't think I've touched it since like the days of when I played primarily NES games. So who knows? I could be like totally wrong and it's like actually super easy and I'm just a dumbass. But when I played it back then, it was not easy. I guess there's shades to kill. Actually, you know what? Let's do this path instead. We'll go around. Give me shades, please. Don't suppose any of you have a broken wristwatch you want to give me? Need 5 of them. A lot of wristwatches. A lot of trips through the southern plains. Or possibly also through Emil's house, which is where we can get some stop clocks. Though I only need 2 of those, and I wouldn't be surprised if I have enough. Oh, there were enemies up there. Hold on. My bad. I hear Emil fighting them. Hi, buddy. Give me your watch. No watch. Alright, now we save again. Alright, off to the castle we go. Also, I'm gonna double check my achievements here. Still don't have the one for defeating Gretel within 3.5 minutes somehow. I don't know how I don't have that. I guess just because I watched the Kaine cutscene. This one also says that I don't have the one for defeating Devil and Popola, but I thought I got that one last time. Huh. Strange. Educated warrior, you read all novel segments about your friend's past. We've read all these, haven't we? I'm just gonna go through these real quick. Is there a 5th underground research project report that I don't know of? One of my friends who just started streaming the other day is currently live. Maybe if they're still around in a bit, I'll check them out. Oops.
いわばこの城に入るための呪文だ。確かどこかで聞いたような。
What happens if we try to use the door before? What? Oh, right. It just dumps you into the same room. Forgot about that. I think I knew that at one point. Do they comment on it? They must, right? Although, statue. Was that statue broken before? Hold on, wait. I want to go through the door again. I want to see if anything changes. Or if Kaine yells at us. No, okay, never mind. Be cool if like the statues kept falling over or something. Or if something changed. Oh, we do get dialogue.
どういうことだ。
始まりの終わり、終わりの始まり。よく言うだろう。
どうやら閉じ込められたようだな。
抜け出せる手段がどこかにあるはずだ。
Hold on. How annoyed can we make Kaine? Is it every other that they talk about it? I just want to know if they don't talk about it this time, then we won't do any more. Okay. Hi, Burbs. Okay. Let's answer this wrong this time. Oh, it just resets you. Alright, it's not nearly as interesting. Okay, and we get Vice's Lamentations. For Yona, it's the bottom one. What's up, girls?
ランジラは村の双子。
デボルさん、ポポルさん、どうしてこんなところに？
村に戻る気はないか？ここはとても危険よ。入ったところでヨナが戻ってくるかどうかも。
いかにしてここに来た？
質問しているのは私たちよ。
どうしてポポルさんたちが？
答える気はないわ。自分で考えるのね。
俺たちは先に進む。ヨナを助ける。
そうか。なら仕方ないね。仕方ないわね。
Nope, she doesn't say anything about being sad. Okay. I was waiting for that Samishi.
君とは戦いたくなかったよ。本当に戦いたくなかった。
Aw. Dale definitely feels worse about it than Popola.
なぜなんだ、デボルさん。
これは最初から決められていた運命なんだ。でもできればあなたとは戦いたくなかった。それは本当。あと100年次の世代にしたかった。
何を言っているんだ。
こやつらは魔物か？
いや、違うよ。
嘘だ、嘘だ。ポポルさんたちがそんなわけない。
正直ここまで成長してるとは思っていなかったよ。
なぜだ？なぜお前たちが邪魔をする？
白の書、裏切りの輩よ。お前に質問される筋合いはないよ。
なんだ？
白。
力をコピーされた。
封印されし言葉使えるのか？
それはもともと私たちの力だからな。あなたはそれを分け与えられたに過ぎない。
シロさん、大丈夫ですか？
どうしてなんだ、デボルさん、ポポルさん。なぜ魔物の味方なんかするんだ。どうして？
すべての謎の答えは魔王の御心にある。
魔王の仲間なのか、ずっと仲間だったのか。
答えはあなたが探してちょうだい。己の真実と向き合うために魔王の城へ入りなさい。
デボルさんとポポルさんが。
無茶してくるぜ。
シロ、大丈夫か？
おかしいぞ。我の最大の武器であるはずの口が回らなくなった。
シロさん、
はような目をするでない。心配無用だ。大丈夫。
Okay, that line's pretty fun in the Japanese. 大丈夫。
音楽、ワルツが聞こえます。
Alright. Hopefully we'll get a couple forlorn necklaces here, perhaps. That would be nice. Just a couple souls dancing around. You'd think that, like, as far as places to, like, change Nier's mind about what shades are, and maybe he should, like, reconsider what he's doing, it'd be this room, possibly, considering, like, this is one of the few places where you actually see shades in, like, real human form. Like, these are probably, like, some of the best versions of the Gestalt project, I guess. Or best results, perhaps. You know, the people with lots of money who got it after they ironed the kinks out. So they still morph into fighting shades, though, to try to block everything. So who knows? Sweet, a broken wristwatch. Awesome. That is one less I need. Wait, what did you drop? A metal piercing, another thing I need. That is the last metal piercing I need. Excellent. You drop anything? No. Health salve.
Oi, Kaine, 後ろ。
They're just playing. I mean, I would if I could. Like, if it just gave me the option to walk out of here, I would. But sadly, I have to murder all the babies.
してほしいなどと思ってはいない。
カイネ。なんだ今のお前の心、憎しみでも悲しみでもないこの色。
知るか。
カイネさん大丈夫ですか？
大丈夫だ。こいつらを蹴散らして先に進むぞ。
実に面白い。
おい、
奴は不死身か。
Yes. We can. Putting it down pretty easily.
まずいです。
どこまでやられ。
しっかりしろカイネ。あんなの相手にしていたらいつまでもヨナの元にたどり着けるぞ。
ここは先を急いだ方が良さそうですね。
行くぞ。
It's locked. Indeed it is. If only someone had a foot. Oh wait. Other door. My bad.
こっちだ。
Oh god. Bad time. Camera angle, please.
急いでください。
開かないぞ。
攻撃が来るぞ。
入り口も開きません。
どうやら閉じ込められたようだな。
So much blood.
怒ってるぞ怒ってるぞ。仲間を殺されて怒ってるぞ。お前と同じだ。憎しみにまみれた存在。俺の大好物だ。
そっちも同じだ。憎しみに逃げ込んでいるだけだ。寂しくて苦しくて孤独だから。暴力で自分をごまかしているだけだ。
そんなんじゃねえ。
いい。
何？
私もそうだから。だがそれが分かったところで何もならない。もう手遅れなんだよ。私たちは何もかも遅すぎる。今さら引き返すことなんてできない。だからこそ。
Is Kaine over by the door yet? Or no, not yet. Nope, she's still hanging out here. There we go.
タサ程度とチイルとて
Immediately falls over.
ペルアとシデチウセキヨンイラコクかでどうしてここにサルリとシータとカイザムとキロだろうしかもいやアラトテ三世帯ふわりコテトラスハンカチチンテでもあらペルアと飛んだ来てキリゴイタリアフィアとそちちさった止めるなカイザムチえタッカー奇跡おあおいやめろ離せやめろおおギ後でアリクラーサアコ開けろお前らだけじゃ無理だゆっくくおタオキアルタビュートクルトこっちいるかてケイタルイトエチケロアルテリアだせ
ギウジ
各石技師
真鍮カレルタカイザムテラス
なんだあらたてウラーヌペルアとチ
ウラーヌカイザムトトラチ
おお開けるんだ
ぐずぐずするな行くぞ
カイネさん
奴の戦いを無駄にするなフィアのために
おお
And now it's time to fight all the school kids. Right? We're gonna get some spawns. Okay. What? 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 Okay, note to self, you have to press forward on the control stick when you're doing the dodge button, otherwise he'll dodge backwards. Good to know. I'm glad I'm figuring this out now.
.やっと来たね待ちくたびれたわ
どうしてなんだ
1300年前滅びかけた人類が取った最後の手段ゲシュタルト計画白の書思い出せないのなら思い出させてやる
白
頭の中が思い出したぞデボルポプルなんちらは人間にあらずそして
口 こもったね。言いづらいかい？ならポポル、代わりに私たちだけじゃないわ。今ここにいる全員が人間に作られた人間もどきなの。
何を言ってるんだ？
まだわからないかな。お前たちは人間じゃないんだよ。
そんな。じゃあこの世界に人間は存在しないんですか？
いいな。我らが魔物と呼んでいるあれが人間だったものの慣れの果ての姿だ。
さ、おしゃべりは終わり。私たちは仕事に戻る。
そんな。
お前のその体を返してもらおう。本来の持ち主である人間に。
悪く思わないでね。それが持ち主のいない体を持たされた。
私たちの長い人生は人間たちの意志に沿って他人の人生を制御するためにしか存在しない。あなたたちにはあなたたちの理由がある。私たちには私たちの理由がある。そういうことだ。
格好つけるな、バカ。
そうだな。
I've read these, so why don't I have the achievement? There must be something else that I'm missing, I suppose. Alright. Music? Music? Oh, okay, there it is.
違う。俺はお前たちとは違う。
デバル。
てるのか。デボル、死んではダメ。私たちがなぜ双子に作られたか今分かった。魂のない私たちが。喋らないで。血が止まらない。デボル。おい。
Sorry about that. You know, if they ever made a live action, oh, there's a live action, but if they ever made another live action, I feel like they would, Rie Takahashi would be a good choice for her, face-wise.
やめてください。今ならまだ。もう遅いんだよ。何もかも。みんな殺してやれ。
Wow, she did not say no one stops there. She just said she was gonna kill us all.
俺はあんたとデボルさんに育てられたようなもんなんだ。頼むからやめてくれ。
年も取らずにずっと見てきたのだ。長すぎる歴史を、真実を。
なんでコモルさんと戦わなければならない。
剣を止めるな。進みたいなら倒せ。倒すしかないんだ。
Yeah, no, there's no... that is not the line she's saying.
橋が
まずい。進めなくなるぞ。
僕が何とかします。
Monkey see, monkey do from Emil learning to fly. Wow, that is a sick laugh.
大丈夫です。僕、少年だった頃の石化させてしまうメモ。この醜い体になってからの姿も本当に嫌でした。だけど同時に誇りでした。だってこの姿のおかげでみんなと仲間になれたもの。皆さんありがとうございます。
エミール。
今人を守るための兵器になれること、本当に感謝しています。
よせ。
さあ行ってください。
エミール。
僕なら大丈夫ですから。
エミール。エミール。
エミール。エミール。エミール。エミール。
やれやれ。カイネさんは乱暴だし、シロさんは口うるさいし、肝心な時に喧嘩しないといいけれど、もう僕は仲裁できませんからね。あなたにもう一度会いたい。あなたに死にたくないな。死にたくないよ。
Sorry, that laugh, cry thing. Oh, this is new. I think. Is it? Or is it? Eyes closed, eye open. That's not. The dark is joined by a mysterious sensation, one created by the mingling of blissful sleep with the unease of a terrible, never-ending cold. Is this a dream? Thinking to pinch his cheek, he reaches for his face, but his hand does not move. In fact, his hand has disappeared altogether. He looks at his arms and sees only bone. Oh wait, no, we have seen this. He looks at his feet and sees they have disappeared, along with the rest of his legs up to the thigh. What body remains begins to leave him, then crumbling into fragments smaller than dust. His body is going. Soon it will be no more. Is this death? Suddenly he recalls his past. He remembers the time he lived with his sister, and the very act of recollection is like a shooting star. Despite lasting only a moment, it brings color to the darkness. Soon more memories come, gathering atop each other, one after the next, until they meld into a warm, glorious light. I would like to skip this, because I think we have read this. Have we? Wake up! Wake up! A set of covers are torn from the boy, leaving his eyelids exposed to the merciless sun. Hey there, lazy bones, says the voice again. The boy's vision, blurry at first, gradually grows more clear. Before him, her face aglow with a radiant smile, is his older twin sister, Halua. Morning, Halua. Don't look so cheery, you butt. The teacher's going to be here any minute. Halua grabs her brother and pulls him beneath the bed with her, where they wait with a host of dust bunnies for their instructor's arrival. The moment Emil starts to ask a question, Halua shushes him by placing a finger over his mouth. Shh, don't start. We agreed to this yesterday, remember? We're going to jump out and give teacher the scare of her life. After a few ticks of the clock, the door opens and a slight woman enters the room. Good morning, Halua. Good morning, Emil. Are you ready for... Emil glances at his sister and sees her trying to stifle a laugh, which is the unfortunate effect of making a laugh rise in him. Then the dust bunnies decide to get in on the act, swirling up into their noses and causing the tricksters to sneeze in unison. Suddenly, the face of their teacher appears in the space between the bed and the floor. There you are, you scamps! This is your fault, says Halua. You ruined it by sneezing. Me? Cries a clearly wounded Emil. You sneeze just as loud. That's enough, both of you, says the teacher as she attempts to hide her amusement. Crawl out from under there and let me take your temperatures already. The pair happily shimmies out from their hiding places and stands before their teacher. She's a fair woman with a kind voice, one Emil would be happy to listen to for the rest of his life. In fact, he often thought that her waking him in the morning was his favorite part of the day. The teacher finds her seat, hunkers down, and lightly pats her leg, to which a happy Emil leaps into her lap. She then slides a chilly thermometer under his armpit, causing a shudder to race through his body. I'm sorry, just be a brave boy for a little longer, alright? Emil used to hate having his temperature taken daily. The thermometer was just so darn cold, but he's become used to it after being at the facility for the past 2 years. His mother and father had perished in an accident many years before. He'd been told the facility they'd sent him to was simply a home for orphans such as himself, but he'd always had his doubts. After all, most orphanages weren't staffed by doctors in white coats who held lessons involving the repeated asking of strange questions, nor did they attach wires to the bodies of their charges and force them to enter enormous boxes. The process is endless, the tests unceasing, and yet Emil feels his teacher somehow floats above it all. She would talk to him about everyday problems, read him books, even share a meal when time permitted. She is the closest thing he has to a mother. With both of their temperatures taken, Emil and Halua wait for breakfast. But something is different this day. Their teacher is strange somehow, off. Emil, she says quietly, do you remember what day this is? Emil looks over to his sister and sees her staring at him with an enormous grin. Nuh-uh, she says. You gotta figure it out yourself. But despite his best efforts, Emil comes up empty. I'm sorry, ma'am, he says at last. I just don't know. With a smile, the teacher reaches into the pocket of her white coat and withdraws a small package. It's a bag, neatly closed with string and tied at the top with a bright red ribbon. Happy birthday, Emil, she says. In fact, happy birthday to the both of you. Oh, thank you, cries Emil. Can I open it? Of course, replies the teacher. I'm afraid it's nothing so special, but I do hope you enjoy it regardless. Emil carefully unties the ribbon and opens the bag to reveal a small pile of cookies. The same snacks they always received at the facility, but the fact they came from his teacher makes them somehow special. As a gasp escapes his mouth, his sister can't help giggling beside him, her eyes fixated on the bright red ribbon all the while. Happy birthday, Halua, says Emil as he reaches into the bag, withdraws a cookie, and offers it to his sister. Needing no further encouragement, the girl crams the cookie into her mouth and swallows it in 2 bites. Happy birthday to you too, Emil! Then, as though remembering something, she leaps up and runs to the small chest of drawers the two of them share. After forcing open a stubborn drawer, she pulls out a single sheet of paper hidden under a white coat and runs it back to her brother. "Here's your present," she says, thrusting the paper at him with a slightly embarrassed look. When he glances down, he sees the words "Happy Birthday, Emil" scrawled in a shaky child's hand, along with a picture of a generously colored person who had clearly been created from every crayon in the box. That was me. Unable to stop himself, Emil wraps his sister in a massive hug. "Thank you," he whispers as she returns the embrace just as tightly. "I'll make sure to draw you on our next birthday, okay?" My sister was there. My teacher was there. It was my birthday. Thought I could never be happier. I'm glad Holua's drawing is the last thing I'll remember. I sense a deep and perfect darkness descending over my eyes and realize my time has come. I'm so terribly cold. As I try desperately to remember what it felt like to be embraced, I wonder if this horrible face is all that's left of me. Holua, I'm sorry. I couldn't keep my promise. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But I'm coming to join you now. Just hold on. Hello? Is that you? Hello, have you come for me? Am I dead? In that moment, the world of blackness surrounding me explodes with color. Red, yellow, blue, and so many others. Colors I have no names for. Colors I've never even seen. It's like someone is using every crayon in the box. Halua, I don't... Her voice, it's fading. Halua, wait, let me come with you. Halua, no, don't go. Halua. The darkness enveloping me flows away, replaced by a brilliant blue sky. I don't know where I am or what I'm supposed to do, but it's okay that I'm here. I know that much now. She's giving me the courage to accept that. No more crying. I'll live with a smile on my face, because that's the promise I made her. Achievement unlocked, educated warrior. Okay, so now it's giving me that. Okay.
行くぞ。ああ。
So, if you've ever watched the Super Mario Brothers movie, this is related, by the way. The Super Mario Brothers movie, where King Koopa takes mud baths all the time. There's like this one scene when him and his wife, or the like shitty queen, they're taking the mud bath. Oh, rusty kitchen knife. Cool, I need those. They're taking the mud bath, and oh, I think that might be new. But the color of his skin when he has that stuff there is very similar to the Shadow Lords. Which one did I just get? I could have sworn I just got one that I actually want to use. Is it martial arts? No, okay, never mind. I thought it was one that I wanted, but never mind. But yeah, like the color of mud and like the texture of it is very similar to the Shadow Lord's skin. Like the weird gray flesh thing that like flashes across them. I couldn't help but think about that during the cutscene. And I had to strongly resist the urge to like pull up a picture of King Koopa in his mud bath and just put it across the screen. Because, you know, emotional moments and all that. I wouldn't want to spoil it. I legitimately enjoy that movie though. I know it's generally regarded as a terrible movie, as most video game movies are. Like, there's been like 2 good ones in the past. Wow, that's a lot of rusty kitchen knives. I got 4 on my way through this room. Well, this room and the last, I should say. So that's good. We probably have, assuming I had one beforehand, we probably have enough rusty kitchen knives to do the upgrades that we need. Best song. No, where is it? There it is. Actually, hold on. I'm murdering this thing quickly. Bye, Grimoire Noir.
気をつけろ。かかって。はい。面白い。お前の心の中実に面白く進化した。複雑回帰だ。憎しみでもなく、悲しみでもなく、ただ白く光る波がさらさらと流れてくるぞ。なんだこの感情は。
わからないかっていう。私は様々な声を。その同情も恐怖も憎悪も私は知っている。私は汚れている。私は間違っている。私は呪われている。あいつはそんな私を受け入れてくれた。許してくれた。
あいつのために。
この狂った世界で過ごす時間がまだ少しでもあるのなら、奴の刃になって死んでやる。
Man, this pipe does no damage. Or are we still in plot mode? Hold on, we'll find out. Yeah, we're in plot mode still.
Yona.
やめよう、お兄ちゃん。ヨナ、もういいの。他の人の体いらない、欲しくない。この体の中にはもう別の女の子がいるよ。ずっと泣いてるの。お兄ちゃんに会いたいって。
ヨナが魔物に。
この女の子もお兄ちゃんが大好きみたい。ヨナと一緒だよ。会えないのかわいそう。あなたがお兄ちゃん。
そうだよ。一緒に帰ろう。
ごめんね。ごめんね。お兄ちゃん、ごめんね。ごめんね。お兄ちゃん、大好き。
妹についていた魔物は消えた。
はい、ヨナを頼む。お前の悲しみがわかるだなんて、そんな都合のいいことは言わない。俺はただ仲間と妹を守るだけだ。彼女たちを危険にさらす者がいれば倒すだけだ。来い、魔王。
Get down here where I can hit you with a pipe. Excuse me. Sorry.
様子がおかしいぞ。シロ。
しばし待たれよ。
大丈夫か。
心配無用と言いたいとこだがな。
シロ。
いったったったった。どこかのバカ者に乗せられて無茶をしすぎたようだ。戦う骨董品は世の中にそうあるまい。
シロ、ごめんごめん。俺。
おい、真に受けるな。冗談だ。
だって
さあ、突っ立ってないでそこをどけ。我には最後の大任があるのだ。
何する気だ。
あやつの動きを止める。そしてその後はお前に任せた。この先はお前一人の戦いだ。しっかり頑張るのだぞ。
嫌だ嫌だ。俺はまだシロと。
たく我はお前のそういう単純なところが好きであった。楽しかったな。お前といると本当に楽しかった。しかしここでお別れだ。
シロ。
そうそう、一つ言い忘れておった。
何。
シロというな。本当は結構気に入っていたのだぞ。
シロ、知ってた。
生意気なやつめ。
俺には守るものがある。生きる意味があるんだ。お前は。
Pipe. All right, time for Route C. The real final boss.
幸せそうだな。
ああ、よかった。
カイネ、お前の体はもう俺の意志ではどうにもならんところまで蝕まれてる。
分かってる。
くそ、楽しかったな。殺して殺して殺して大満足だ。
そうか。
違う楽しくなんかない。お前を飲み込んで暴力の塊になって悪意を世界にまき散らせるっていうのに、なんでこんなに虚しいんだ。なんでこんなに悲しいんだ。
きっと私の中に長く居すぎたせいだな。すまない。
俺に優しくしないでくれ。こんな気持ちにさせないでくれ。もうダメだ。俺がお前を飲み込んでしまう。
Oh, fine. Hey, buddy. How you feeling? Good? You okay? Alright, good, Kaine. I'm glad. You know, we could put you up over here. You could just... You know, it's just a nice little, like, luxury hotel. Kind of. So bright out there. Too bright, even. Alright, what's up, girl?
どうしたんだ。
いいか。私の左半身の魔物の領域がもう間もなく私は暴走してしまうだろう。
止められない。もう俺には止められないんだ。そんな。
いいから聞け。もうエミールはいない。私を止める方法はないんだ。お願いだ。そうなる前に私を殺せ。最後頼みだから。
ダメだ。止まらないんだよ。暴走したゲシュタルトに意識なんかない。お前と俺の記憶は全部塗りつぶされちまうんだ。
God damn it.
カイネ。
There's some music.
なんとかしないと。
I don't really remember. Is this just a waiting game?
こまで来れたんだ。お前に出会えたから今の俺があるんだ。絶対に諦めたりしないからな。愛する人一人も助けられないで、俺が必ずお前を助ける。
Hmm? Why am I glowing?
助ける方法ならある。
誰だ？
Oh, that's
そ
what.
んなことはどうでもいい。時間がないのだ。いい。
お前は
けカイネを助ける方法はある。だがお前にとってそれは辛い選択になる。
構わない。助ける方法があるならさっさと言ってくれ。
タイミングを見て俺がカイネの動きを止める。隙を逃すな。剣できっちりさせ。
そんなことしたらカイネはどうなる？
俺を信じられるならこのままカイネを見殺しにするんだ。
Finally, a use for all the healing items we have. Yo.
よくやった。お前の大切なカイネを救うには2つの方法がある。1つはカイネの胸に剣を突き立てる方法。それはカイネの望みであり、この5億からの解放。
もう一つは
もう一つはカイネを元の人間に戻す方法。この方法を取るならお前の存在という交換の品が必要だ。ほら選んでみろよ。
お前はカイネの中にいる魔物だな。なぜカイネを助けようとする？
多分お前と同じ理由だ。さあ選べ。
Route C, please.
Kaine. Kaine. 一緒に帰ろう。
聞こえるか？俺は長年カイネの中にあって奴を苦しめてきた。それはすなわちカイネの苦しみを肌で感じてきたということだ。気が遠くなるほどの苦しみを。だからわかるのだ。今カイネに苦しみはない。お前のおかげでカイネは許され救われた。カイネの最後の言葉を伝えよう。
ありがとう。
カイネ。ずっと一緒だ。
There you go. There's the end. For Route C, at least. Getting Route D, literally nothing changes up until the point where you make that decision. Which is kind of like the obvious thing there of what separates it. And the bottom one about trading your own existence, that would be the save file deletion. Like it actually means to delete your existence within the game entirely, and you're not allowed to create a new save file with the same name either. So after you do that, unless you were to like completely erase all the Nier data like from your Xbox or PlayStation or those things, or computer, anything like that, you'd have to start entirely from zero if you want to ever have that same existence again, which is kind of neat, honestly. And I feel like it was fairly novel for its time. But we're getting Route C first, so killing Kaine, and now everyone but us and Yona is dead, and you know, you have to assume that he lives a happy life taking care of his sister, and you know, the human race goes extinct. I mean, they go extinct either way, but it's very much his own fault. So it is what it is. And yeah, so we're gonna do the usual. We're gonna save when it gives us the option to, but then after that we'll wait for the next stream. Yep, we'll wait for the next stream to start in on Route D, which will be exactly the same, so I'll be skipping cutscenes in order to get like the last achievements for Steamland, because I do want to have them. And I don't... The achievement didn't pop for defeating Kaine in like 3 minutes or whatever it is. Let's see here. 3.5 minutes. Same thing with Shadow Lord. Defeat him within 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Cheeky. Grimoire Noir within 1.5 minutes, which we totally did. But I think the cutscenes, they unfortunately count for the timer. So yeah, so you have to skip cutscenes in order to get some of those achievements, which is something that I don't really like doing. So yeah, I'll get those cutscenes, those achievements. But before any of that, though, before any of those achievements, I mean, we're gonna be playing through for the 4th and semi-final time, and you know, I'll stream as we go through the bosses, but it's going to be mostly farming related, like getting the last switches, necklaces, earrings, piercings, black pearls, all that stuff. I'll do as much of that as I can on my own, but whenever I run up against a boss wall, or you know, a story lock for an area, like the fact that I can't get black pearls until I do Louise's stuff again in this second half, like all that stuff. And while I do have those 2 save files, so we could save over one and then have this this ending file and then do farming that way, the fact that I got all the rusty kitchen knives that I need from that run through the Shadow Lord's castle, or at least I think I got all the rusty kitchen knives I need. I'm pretty sure I had at least 1 already, so I should now have the 5 that I need. Makes me not want to like do it again, because there's no guarantee on those other drops, so we shall see. So what will happen is we'll save, the stream will end, the next Nier stream will start up again. We'll get as far as we can boss wise and try to open up the ferry path as fast as possible. so that we can farm for black pearls, because those, in my mind, should take the longest, maybe the second longest, depending on how many necklaces we get. We'll see. Plop. There we go. Ending C is now on the save file. Your choice in this decision could allow you to view the very last piece of the ending. Some data saved. Don't know why it spawned my mouse again. Also, for I enjoyed the costumes for what they were, but actually we'll leave that there. But for the next bit of running through, we'll put everyone to normal things. Also, the language, I enjoyed hearing the Japanese, but we'll stick it in English for the final run through. So there we go. All right, everyone. Good time, Simon Stream. I have a small amount of wisdom to impart to you before I leave, but it's not really me. It's this one. So bye for now, everyone.
仲間は最初とっても弱いんだからね。
仲間が増えたら必ずマジカントに連れてきてグッズを買ってあげよう。仲間は最初とっても弱いんだから